Good morning and welcome everybody to Wisdom Wednesday. And I'm here with part 2 of the 20 questions first-time homebuyers wish they asked. Now you can find part 1 on my YouTube channel. That's Clarence.Ferguson and in parentheses Coach Clarence. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Time's of the essence, right? Question number 6. There's a lot of talk about credit scores and how lenders use them. Some of it's true and some of it's false. So let's clear the air on this subject. Credit scores are simply a numeric representation based on your credit history. It's based on an obscure algorithm that's so closely guarded, we really don't know anything about how that number is really calculated. But what we do know is that lenders use these scores to determine the risk of your loan. Since the interest rate is a reflection of that risk, those with higher credit scores tend to get lower rates than those with lower credit scores. The problem is sometimes these scores are wrong due to incorrect data. You may not know this, but it's incorrect. A lot of credit reports are incorrect. That's one thing a lot of people find out when they come to see me. So before we even get started, let's take a look at your credit score, see if there's something we can fix really quick and get it off there. Once again, sorting out the credit score issue before you shop for a home makes everything a lot easier for you and your realtor. Question number 7. One of the first things I recommend you do is run a free annual credit report. Running this report will not affect your credit, as the credit bureaus listed here are required to allow you to access your report free once a year. Once you do this, review the credit score for errors and come talk to me. Question number 8. There's so many different options for financing. It can be a tough decision to figure out what's the best loan program for you. Consider me the Sherpa that asks the right questions to guide you to the best program options for you. For instance, some questions I'll ask you are, how do you expect your finance to change over the next few years? I recently had 2 graduates who knew their income was going higher, so they expected to get higher pay increases, getting through their residency or their apprentices or some phase in their career. So they knew their income was going higher, would be higher. So we had room to play with the financing they would do. Now this may affect their long-term plan to stay in the home, which is always going to be my second question. Are you planning to live in this home for a long period of time? Even though some do not want to live in a property forever, they may decide that it will make a good investment property and hold on to it. How do you feel about a changing mortgage payment amount? One of the reasons you may have decided to purchase instead of rent is you didn't want your house payment to go up each month or each year like some places do. Others are not concerned about that. If they start out with a lower payment their first few years and then the payment goes up. Again, we're structuring things financially according to your goal. Becoming mortgage debt-free is an amazing thing. So some clients choose to explore options that will help them pay their mortgages off fast, like a 15-year, a 10-year, something like that. I ask these questions to help meet your financial goals. Again, let's do a consultation. All right, question number 9. Once we talk about your goals and financial situation, I help you dig into the details of the different types of loan programs available to you. As you can see and have heard, there are a lot to choose from, and each program has its pros and cons as to why you would want to choose that type of financing. We even offer certain renovation options if you find a great home that just needs a little cosmetic upgrade or a home that needs some major upgrades. Some clients love the thought of a fixer-upper. Others just want to move right in and it's already to their liking. Everybody's going to be different. All right, question number 10 and final question for this segment. Once you decide on a property and execute a contract, you'll need to consider whether or not you should lock in your rate to guarantee you receive the interest rate at closing. The interest rate market fluctuates daily. Some days rates are higher and some days rates are lower. You can choose to lock in your rate until you close, or you can float your rate until right before closing. Now, what I typically do, I can't predict the market, but I can give you some advice on if it's wiser to float or lock. It all depends on the situation, type of loan, everything that's going on. If you lock in the rate, you have the security of knowing that that rate is going to be yours no matter what happens in the markets. However, if you're float, you're subject to the market conditions, and that can mean a higher rate or lower than when you first applied. All right, folks, that's my piece today. Tune in next week for the next 5 questions first-time homebuyers wish they may have asked. And this is Coach Clarence. And remember, please like and subscribe. If you like the information, just hit that like button. Smash up the like button, as they say, and subscribe so you can get new content every week. I'll see you next time.